Hello everyone and welcome to Story Time with Liz and... We hope you're very well. Are you well today, Chuckles?
I'm very well. I'm very, very, very well. Yes, very well. What have we got on today, Mum?
Okay, today we've got a compilation of videos.
Compilation of videos?
Yeah.
Oh, when's the first one start?
How about now?
No, yeah!
Let's go! Today we're going to be reading this jazzy book. And this book is called Bumpus Jumpus Dinosaur Rumpus. And it's by Tony Mitten and Guy Parker Rees. But first, let's head over to the blurb to find out what the book is about. Come on. There's a quake and a quiver and a rumbling round. It makes you shiver, it's a thundery sound. Shake, shake, shudder near the sludgy old swamp. The dinosaurs are coming, get ready to romp. Join in with Triceratops, Stegosaurus and friends as the dinosaurs stir up a dinosaur rumpus. Shall we go and read the story? Come on then. Bumpus Jumpus Dinosaur Rumpus. There's a quake and a quiver and a rumbling round. It makes you shiver, it's a thundery sound. Shake, shake, shudder near the sludgy old swamp. The dinosaurs are coming, get ready to romp. Donk, donk, donk. Here's Triceratops jumping up and down doing dinosaur hops. He wears 3 horns on his big bony head and blunders along with a bomp bomp tread. Shake, shake, shudder near the sludgy old swamp. The dinosaurs are coming, get ready to romp. Watch out for Danger Sutrus with her snip snap grin as she perches on her tail and twizzles in a spin. Brontosaurus stops for a slushy mushy snack. His tail starts swinging with a thwack thwack thwack. Shake, shake, shudder near the sludgy old swamp. The dinosaurs are coming, get ready to romp. Pterodon dives with a swift, sharp swoop. He shrieks out an as he swirls in a loop. Stegosaurus stomps along with lots of her mates. Clatter, clatter, clatter go their bony back plates. Shake, shake, shudder near the sludgy old swamp. The dinosaurs are coming, get ready to romp. Styracosaurus shakes his collar and his spikes. Rattle, rattle, rattle is the noise that he likes. A pack of Danger Sutruses go running by fast, with a zoom, zoom, zoom so they won't be the last. Shake, shake, shudder near the sludgy old swamp. The dinosaurs are coming, get ready to romp. Donk, bomp, snip, snap, twizzle, thwack, eek, clatter, rattle, zoom, zoom, come and take a peek. Shake, shake, shudder near the sludgy old swamp. Everybody's doing the dinosaur romp. Roar, 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 what's making that sound? The dinosaurs stop. Roar, 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 now we're shivering with fright. What can make a noise like that in the night? Look at it, Pinky Boys and Girls. Tyrannosaurus crashes in, gnashing his jaws. Wallop! On the ground go his big back claws. He's huge and he's heavy, but all he wants to do is join in the romp, so why don't you? Shake, shake, shudder near the sludgy old swamp. Everybody's doing the dinosaur romp. Get romping with T-Rex and stomp, stomp, stomp. Wave your arms madly, make your feet go bump. The dinosaurs won't scratch us or bite us or thump us. They just want to holler up a dinosaur rumpus. Shake, shake, shudder near the sludgy old swamp. Everybody's doing the dinosaur romp. A dinosaur rumpus gives a sizzle and a zing. It makes you want to shout, jump, jiggle and sing. Shake, shake, shudder near the sludgy old swamp. Everybody's doing the dinosaur romp. But soon all the rompers go sleepy and slow. The rumpus calms down and slow. The rompers drift together and tender in deep. And now the only noise in the deep of the night is dinosaurs snoring till the next day's light. Oh, gonna sleep in all that, could you, boys and girls? Oh, I love that story, boys and girls. Did you enjoy that?
I really enjoyed it. It was awesome. I think I really do laugh at those ones.
Well, without further ado, should we move on to the next one?
Oh, definitely. Here we go. Here we go.
Let's go. Today, we're going to be reading this amazing book. And this book is called Hider with the Spider, and it's by the Crazy Guru. But first, let's head over to the blurb to find out what the book is about. Come on. Follow this emotional journey of Lance the Flying Ant, the Princess and the Deadly Spider. A poetic story of courage, wisdom and belief. A story both as grim as is beautiful. Watch as Lance battles both the court and the mob to explain his actions in an epic tale that bounces between the courtroom and Lance's adventures of doom and courage. Shall we go and read this wonderful story? Come on then. Hide her with the spider. Down at the bottom of the garden, there is a place called Buggington Hall, where bugs go to judge each other, no matter large or small. And tonight the city is alive, with bugs both tiny and tall, all of them excited to see the kerfuffle at Buggington Hall. The hall was an old watering can, with only two ways in and out. One was a crack in a coin, the other a dark ceiling spout. Two wasps and a beetle as bailiff, so the culprit could not budge. A millipede took the case record, and a wise old snail was the judge. Now order, order, yelled the bailiff. Then all sound came to an end. The judge peered down at the culprit to see the face of a friend. It was Lance the Flying Ant, standing proudly and so strong. The judge just scratched his head, thinking this clearly must be wrong. Lance was a royal guard, faithful, fast and clever. Surely Lance was innocent, but one can't ever say never. And so the judge read aloud all the charges as they stood. Lance had lost our baby princess, claiming he'd done all that he could. The princess was in your care. Your job was to protect her. Instead, you're empty-handed with a story about a spider. Buggington Hall filled with terror. Whispers of the spider filled the air. The judge continued to ask, "So tell us why you left her there." Thus Lance took a deep breath. He was not even scared a smidge. He had faith in his heart and said, "Without fear there is no courage." Now what you say is true. Her protection was given to me, and the princess will soon be home, safe as safe can be. Yet all could not approve. Fear engulfed the room, and panicked voices cried out in tones of dread and doom. And it didn't take long for the insect mob to form, who quickly turned wild claims into a very creepy norm. The spider is scary, the spider is evil. She eats helpless bugs, she ate Tony the weevil. The spider is brutally cruel, her heart and soul are dead. She enjoys hearing your screams and she hungers for your dread. The spider cannot be trusted, clearly she will eat our young. She is just a horror story, not a ballad to be sung. But the little ant Lance coughed and prepared for glory. He stood up tall and proud to tell them all his story. This is not what I felt, and this is not what I saw. Besides, she was the only one to open her door. I flew so long and hard until my wings began to ache, for I had to carry our princess across Paddlepool Lake. I rushed to Sid the caterpillar past his washing line of socks. I banged and called for help, but the door was full of locks. When I reached Sally the lady, a bug filled with joy and delight. The evil was closing in, but her home stayed locked up tight. I was broken, I was weak, but I knew I had to hide her, so my heart took a chance to say hi to her with the spider. Then the voices started to rise, and the mob began to mutter. To them what Lance had done was leave their princess in a gutter. She will squeeze out your air, she will turn you pale blue. She uses a deadly web, this we know to be true. And the hate did not stop there, for the holy began to pray. And it wasn't just the adults, even the children had their say. The spider is icky, she is ugly and horrid. She has blood-red eyes all over her forehead. Lance sighed once again, then shrugged to the crowd. He then took a deep breath and said again real loud, "This is not what I felt, this is not what I saw. She was the only one, only she opened her door." I flew to Greenfly Grove and cried for anyone to help, but the only sound to be heard was a cute Princess Whelp. Next I tried the old log to beg relief from the louse, but after time spent calling, I was chased off by a mouse. I stopped at the dog pile to ask two flies for aid, but before I could spin my tail, they flew off feeling afraid. I was broken, I was weak, but I knew I had to hide her. My heart said take a chance and hide her with the spider. Now I say unto you all, I hope you can finally see, I had to leave our princess for the evil to follow me. Yet the crowd stayed sour, for they could not understand, as the spider was the deadliest of the land. You fool, she obviously ate her. The spider is full of deceit. She eats the weak and the old, her favourite is baby's feet. The spider waits in the dark, awaiting to jump and pounce. She will suck out all your insides, almost every single ounce. Lance just looked around to see distress haunt the hall. For a moment he felt doubt, though he stood true and tall. But this is not what I felt, and this is not what I saw, for Lance had began to rant as he stamped down on the floor. I raced across the flower bed until my wings began to burn. I pleaded for help from the bees, but no help I got in return. I even asked a moth to hide our princess up high, but the evil was getting close, so sorry was the moth's reply. Alas, I could not carry her. I could not fly any more. I fell to one last home, a home that opened the door. I was broken, I was tired. I knew I had to hide her, so my heart screamed aloud, please hide her with the spider. This did not seem to please, for the hall was filled with fear. They all knew who to blame. To them it was crystal clear. Then shadow filled the room, 8 legs so long and black, with lots of cute red eyes and baby spiders in her sack. Many of the bugs were terrified. Some just swallowed their gasp. No one dared move a muscle, for the princess was in her clasp. She dangled down from the spout and gave the princess to Lance, then turned towards the judge and gave him a wicked glance. Each eye could blink separately, each eye upon her head. Then the spider looked around, and this is what she said. We all have our purpose, some great, others not so fine. I bet you all have yours, and I sure do have mine. I am not evil, much like I am not good. I only do what I am, and I do what spiders should. The innocent are not my prey, and the princess, I did hide her. I am not the monster you say, for I am just a spider. With that the spider left. She left without any violence, and the entire Bugginton Hall just sat in shock and silence. As jaws swung from faces, the princess whelped with hunger, and Lance began to see that he had not made a blunder. Lance smiled and said to all, "Let us put this story to bed. Are you not incredibly happy the spider is not what you said?" The judge banged his wooden gavel to bring the case to an end, for they had not lost a princess, instead they had gained a friend. With an amazingly happy ending, the city began to dance, and all because of the courage of an ant named Lance. Down at the bottom of the garden, there is a place called Bugginton Hall, where bugs go to judge each other, no matter large or small. And tonight the city is dancing, with bugs both tiny and tall, all of them pleased to hear the results at Bugginton Hall. Thank you for listening. The end. Now, as we are very much familiar with the Crazy Guru books, he loves to leave a message at the end of every story, and this one says, "Accepting good and evil produces the power of shame, which can be used like a weapon to harm a person with blame. You're free to judge yourself, but you should never judge another, for it's unfair to judge the book, especially by its cover." Well, did you enjoy that, boys and girls?
I bet they did. I enjoyed it.
I certainly enjoyed it too. Shall we move on to the next one?
Oh, definitely. Next one. Here we go.
Today we're going to be reading this amazing book. And this book is called Rumble in the Jungle, and it's by Giles Andrea. But first, let's head over to the blurb to find out what the book is about. Come on. There's a rumble in the jungle. There's a whisper in the trees. The animals are waking up and rustling the leaves. Shall we go and read the story? Come on then. Rumble in the jungle. There's a rumble in the jungle. There's a whisper in the trees. The animals are waking up and rustling the leaves. The hippos at the waterhole, the leopards in his lair. The chimpanzees are chattering and swinging everywhere. Some animals are frightening and some are sweet and kind. So let's go to the jungle now and see who we can find. The chimpanzee. Ooh, 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 ooh. It's great to be a chimpanzee, swinging through the trees. And if we can't find nuts to eat, we munch each other's fleas. Roar! The lion. The lion's the king of the jungle. Just listen how loudly he roars. Every animal quivers and shudders and shivers as soon as he opens his jaws. Oh, what's this animal, boys and girls? An elephant. It's great to be an elephant, all big and fat and round, and wander through the jungle, just elephant around. The zebra. I could have been grey like a donkey, or brown like my cousin the mule, but instead I've got stripes which my lady friend likes, as they make me look handsome and cool. What animal is that, boys and girls? That's right, the snake! The boa constrictor's a slippery snake who slithers and slides round his tree. And when tasty animals wander too close, he squashes them slowly for tea. The giraffe. Some animals laugh at the gangly giraffe, but I hold my head up and feel proud. I really don't care when my head's in the air and my cheeks getting kissed by a cloud. The hippopotamus. Hello, I'm a big happy hippo. I sleep in the sun to get hot. And when I'm not sleeping, I mooch in the mud, which hippos like doing a lot. Snap, snap, snap. What animal is that, boys and girls? The crocodile. When animals come to the riverbank, I watch for a minute or two. It's such a delight to behold such a sight that I can't resist chomping a few. Snap, snap. The rhinoceros. The ravenous rhino is big, strong and tough, but his skin is all baggy and flappy, which means that there's plenty of room for his lunch, and that makes him terribly happy. The gazelle. No one can run half as quickly as me, the galloping, gorgeous gazelle. I can leap up so high that my horns touch the sky, and I'm awfully pretty as well. The gorilla. The gorilla is big, black and hairy, and the thing that he likes to do best is to look all ferocious and scary and wallop his giant great chest. Thud, thud, thud. The leopard. If you meet a hungry leopard prowling through the night, make sure you call him sir and be incredibly polite. The tiger. Beware of the terrible tiger. You don't always know when he's near, but his eyes shine like lights through the blackest of nights, and his growl makes you tremble with fear. Ooh. The night has started falling, but the jungle never sleeps. The vultures circle slowly while the leopard softly creeps. And if you listen quietly, you might just hear the growl of a hungry pair of panthers who are still out on the prowl. The lions and their little cubs are sleeping in their den, so let's leave them till tomorrow when we'll visit them again. The end. Oh, I love that story, boys and girls. Did you enjoy that?
I really enjoyed it. It was awesome. I think I really do laugh at those ones.
Well, without further ado, should we move on to the next one?
Oh, definitely. Here we go. Here we go.
Let's go. Reading this amazing book. And this book is called There's a Lion in My Cornflakes. And it's by Michelle Robinson and Jim Field. But first, let's head over to the blurb to find out what the book is about. Come on. Have you ever collected coupons from a cereal box? Maybe you were saving them up for a book or a toy. Well, me and my brother Dan are collecting 100 coupons so that we can have our very own lion. That's right, a real lion. Shall we go and read the story? Come on then. There's a lion in my cornflakes. If you ever see this on a packet of cornflakes, ignore it. You should see what happened when we didn't. Me and my brother Dan made umpteen trips to the supermarket and spent a whole year's pocket money on cereal. It took us ages to cut out all the coupons. Mum was so mad. She made us eat cornflakes for breakfast, lunch and tea. She said we'd have nothing but cornflakes until they were all gone. That could take forever. And she said there'd be no more pocket money until we'd eaten up every last boring crunchy flake. But we didn't mind. We really wanted a lion. We could take it for walks, fetch, ride it to school, and use it to open tin cans. Mind you, it seems everyone else had the same idea. Poor postman. We waited and waited for our free lion to arrive, but there was no lion on Monday, or Tuesday, or Wednesday. Thursday, no lion. Friday, no lion. Saturday, still no lion. Even worse, by the time Sunday came, everyone else had pigs. How unfair is that? Then on Monday, a delivery truck arrived. We were so excited. But 1, it wasn't a lion. 2, they sent it next door by mistake. And 3, it went ballistic in Mr. Harper's backyard.
Oh no!
It wasn't our fault. But Mum went bonkers. She made us apologise to Mr. Harper and tidy up. It was awful. We had a grizzly bear, a grumpy mum, and absolutely no free lion. We wrote to the cereal people and complained. They wrote back. Dear Eric and Dan, sorry about the grizzly bear, but we ran out of lions. Please accept this crocodile instead. Yours sincerely, Mr. Flaky. Handle with care. A crocodile? Dan said. You didn't eat all those cornflakes for a cranky old crocodile. And guess what? The crocodile spent all its time in the bathroom, so no one else could get in. Dad went nuts. He made us scrub the bath while he telephoned the cereal people. Sorry, they said, we'll sort it out straight away. We asked for a lion, not a grizzly bear, not a bathroom hogging crocodile, and definitely not a whacking great gorilla. That's exactly what we got. It took an immediate fancy to Dad's car. He was not impressed. Right, that's it, he fumed. Everyone in, I'm going to give those cereal people a piece of my mind. The cereal people said sorry again, but they really had run out of lions. They said that we could keep the whacking great gorilla, the bathroom hogging crocodile, and the very grizzly bear. And they also gave us a lifetime supply of cornflakes. Finally, Dad was happy, but Mum wasn't, and we certainly weren't. You can't take a packet of cornflakes for a walk. Cornflakes won't get you to school in style. Can cornflakes help you open a tin of tomatoes? Not on your name. But hang on a minute. A crocodile is the meanest can opening machine I've ever seen. A grizzly bear can walk for miles and miles and miles. And there can't be a better way of arriving at school than this. So don't even bother saving up for a lion. It's not worth the trouble. And besides, everyone's got one. But a free tiger? Just imagine. Uh-oh. Well, did you enjoy that, boys and girls?
I bet they did. I enjoyed it.
I certainly enjoyed it too. Shall we move on to the next one?
Oh, definitely. Next one. Here we go.
We're going to be reading this amazing book. And this book is called What the Ladybird Heard on Holiday. And it's by Julia Donaldson and Lydia Monks. But first, let's head over to the blurb to find out what the book is about. Come on. The hyena cried and the hummingbird whirred, and all of the animals, feathered and furred, said, no, 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 we can't let them kidnap Monkey Joe. Hefty Hugh and Lanky Len are planning to kidnap Monkey Joe and use him to steal the Queen's crown. But they don't know that a clever little ladybird is on holiday in the very same city, and she isn't going to let them get away with it. Shall we go and read the story? Come on then. What the Ladybird Heard on Holiday. One fine day in the middle of May, the ladybird went on holiday. She flew to the town to see the sights, the streets and the shops and the bright, bright lights. She saw the parks and the palace too. Then off she flew to visit the zoo. And the crocodile snapped and the tiger growled. The lion roared and the horse howled. The elephant trumpeted, trump, trump, trump. Humph, said the camel with the great big hump. The hyena laughed and the hummingbird whirred, but the ladybird said never a word. But the ladybird saw and the ladybird heard. She saw two men she already knew. They were Lanky Len and Hefty Hugh. And she heard them chuckle, ho, 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 we're going to kidnap Monkey Joe.
Oh no!
We'll hide till there's no one else about. Then we'll pick the lock and we'll get Joe out. And if we give him lots of fruit, he'll do the job and he'll get the loot. The palace isn't far at all. Monkey Joe can scale the wall. He'll find out where the queen's asleep, and tiptoe into her room he'll creep. He'll open the sack and steal the crown. We'll soon be the richest men in town. The little spotty ladybird told the animals what she heard. And the crocodile snapped and the tiger growled. The lion roared and the monkey howled. The elephant trumpeted, trump, trump, trump. Humph, said the camel with the great big hump. The hyena cried and the hummingbird whirred. And all of the animals, feathered and furred, said, no, 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 no. We can't let them kidnap Monkey Joe.
Oh no!
But the ladybird had a good idea, and she whispered it into the monkey's ear. Then straight away the ladybird flew to the palace and had a word with the queen's two corgis, Willow and Holly. And one said gosh and the other said golly. And both the dogs agreed to do just what the ladybird told them to do. At dead of night, the two bad men, Hefty Hugh and Lanky Len, checked there was no one else about. Then they picked the lock and got Joe out. They carried him off to the palace gate, gave him a sack, then lay in wait. They watched him scale the palace wall, and they muttered, careful not to fall. Then they rubbed their hands as they saw him creeping into the room where the queen lay sleeping. Corgi Holly and Corgi Willow, who lay side of the queen's soft pillow, were wide awake, and they said to Joe, come on, monkey, off we go. They led the way while the queen still slept, and they showed young Joe where their bones were kept. Then they helped the monkey fill the sack, and they wagged their tails as he carried it back. The two thieves yelled, hip hip hooray! But now let's make our getaway. They carried the sack to a nice quiet park, where the only sound was a distant bark. They found a bench and both sat down, and Hugh said, time to see that crown. I just can't wait, said Lanky Len. They opened up the sack, but then you should have heard their moans and groans.
Oh no!
Find the sack was full of bones. Just then a dog came bounding up, and Hugh said, shoo, you greedy pup. And another dog was close behind, and then came dogs of every kind. A lurcher and a Labrador, a pig and a pug. Then more and more. Black dogs, white dogs, grey and brown. It seemed like every dog in town. They seized the bones and gnashed and gnawed, tugged and tussled, pawed and clawed. Then turned upon the robbers yelping, how about a second helping? The thieves took off with leaps and bounds, pursued by all the hungry hounds, while the monkey ran and the ladybird flew, never a stop till they reached the zoo. Then the lion grinned and the tiger pranced, the lion leapt and the monkeys danced. The elephants trumpeted, trump, trump, trump. Hooray, said the camel with a great big hump. The hyena laughed and the hummingbird whirred, but the ladybird said never a word. The end. Well, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed that. Did you enjoy that, Chuckles?
Oh, I enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that.
Oh, it was amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And that's all we've got time for today.
Wait,
now.
what? No!
Yeah,
That's what we got time for.
yeah.
They're all over.
We'll come back next time.
Oh, there's going to be more.
Of course.
With me.
Yeah.
Chuckle.
Yeah.
All Chuckles on you as well.
Both of us.
Okay. Okay. So what can we do between now and then?
Well, between now and then, you can stay tuned to find out how you can help.
Oh, that sounds great. Bye again. Bye.
Hello everyone! If you enjoyed that book and you would like to purchase yourself a copy, the links will be in the descriptions below along with all my socials. And if you would like your book read on my show, that's where you'll find all the information to contact me. Thanks guys, bye! Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, and if you'd like to see more of my content, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thanks guys!